I never did get around to talking to the jury about the sealing, and this courtroom's almost 100 years old. One of the few things in the well, I think I'm the second oldest thing in the room. It was built in around 1923. I think they actually started about 100 years ago this year. And this very ornate ceiling had a skylight. Parts of it still remain. And there's a quotation from Abraham Lincoln that he gave to the Young Men's Lyceum of Springfield, Illinois in 1837. You can find it online, the exact quote. I'd slaughter it if I used to have it by heart, but I'd only get part of it right now. But anyway, it runs all the way around. When in the 1960s, one of my predecessors up here, whose name isn't important, but he got into a little bit of a row with the county authorities. He was of one party and they were of another, but I don't know if that had anything to do with it. But anyway, they air-conditioned the district attorney's office, but not the circuit judge. Well, he was a county judge. But, and that didn't sit too well with him. And so he said, I'm going to order an air conditioner for myself. And he ordered the county to pay for it. And the county clerk said, I don't have any authority to pay for that. So he jailed the county clerk. And the case actually ultimately went to the Supreme Court, and it was decided that there was a procedural error, which is always a good thing for the courts to handle. Well, anyway, then they tore up the ceiling, and that's now they're investigating whether it could be restored.
Through themselves, us of this goodly land, and to uprear upon its hills and its valleys a political edifice of liberty and equal rights. 'Tis ours only to transmit these, the former unprofaned by the foot of an invader, the latter undecayed by the lapse of time and untorn usurpation, to the latest generation that fate shall perform the world to know. This task of gratitude to our fathers, justice to ourselves, duty to posterity, and love for our species in general, all imperatively require us faithfully to perform. How then shall we perform it? At what point shall we expect the approach of danger? By what means shall we fortify against it? Shall we expect some transatlantic military giant to step the ocean and crush us at a blow? Never. All the armies of Europe, Asia, and Africa combined, with all the treasures of the earth, our own excepted, in their military chests, with a Bonaparte for a commander, could not by force take a drink from the Ohio or make a track on the Blue Ridge in a trial of 1,000 years. At what point, then, is the approach of danger to be expected? I answer, if it ever reach us, it must spring up amongst us. It cannot come from abroad. If destruction be our lot, we must ourselves be its author and finisher. As a nation of free men, we must live through all time or die by suicide.